Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are going to automatically play some top 50 songs from Soundcloud. So if you're not aware of Soundcloud, then you can just visit this URL. So SoundCloud is basically a streaming music website where you can play your favorite songs or the top 50 songs for the week. And in this particular video or in this particular example, I'm going to play the top 50 music from SoundCloud, which you can see here. And everything will be done automatically using Selenium and Python. So let's jump straight into this video and see how we can achieve this. So let's get started with the program. As you can see, I have created a soundcloud.py file with some code in it already, and before we get started you should also download the chromedriver.exe for your Windows system, and if you are using a Mac or a Linux system then please download it accordingly. And if you do not know how to download, then please watch my previous video where I have introduced you to Chromedriver, Selenium, and how you can install it to your system. So getting started with today's video or today's project, so the first line you can see here is I'm importing a package called time, and we will discuss about why we need to import this and what are the uses of this particular package within this program. Then we are also importing the Selenium package. So this is similar to what we have seen in our previous video. So we are importing the Webdriver from the Selenium package because we are interested in using the Webdriver instead of the whole Selenium package. So the next step here is we are creating a variable called driver, and within this variable we are actually having a handle to the Google Chrome browser. So in my system I already have the Google Chrome installed, and hence I can call the webdriver.chrome and it will provide a handle to the Google Chrome browser and is saved in my variable called driver. So once I have a handle to my Google Chrome in the driver variable, I can then call the get method, and calling the get method also needs us to provide the URL, and the URL which I want to open in my Google Chrome automatically is the SoundCloud URL. And if I visit this URL, which I had already shown you in the beginning of this video, then this URL basically makes you land up on the SoundCloud page where you can play the top 50 songs for the week or the genre which you want to play. Okay, so this is what we have automated so far, but later we will also see how you can actually play the songs. So let's execute this program and see what exactly we have achieved so far. So this is going to be executed by Python space soundcloud.py. Now you can see that Python and Selenium was able to automatically open the URL which I provided, which is soundcloud.com/discover, and in this page you can see that I can already access the top 50 songs of any kind of genre which I want to play. Now my next step will be to identify the element this. So this is the play button for this particular genre, and if I want to click this button I have to identify the XPath of this particular play button. So for that I have to right click inspect and get the XPath by right clicking again and copy XPath. So I have done this already for you, so I'm pasting it into my code here. So what I've done is driver.find element by XPath, and then the actual XPath that we have copied. And you can also see that I have placed a small r here which tells Python that this is a raw string and you should not consider it as a special string. So nothing special about it, you don't need to understand it at the moment, but just make sure that you put a r here so that nothing breaks in your system. Okay, so r followed by the single quote and the whole XPath that you have copied. Then you have to close the bracket, and then we also call the click method here, which means once it finds the element which is the play button, it also has to click that button so that we actually go inside that page where we can see the list of the songs. So let's execute this program and see what updates we have on our website. So the browser window opens and the link also opens. But seems like it's not working. So I know why it's not working, because our page load takes a couple of seconds and Selenium is not smart enough to wait for the page load. So Here comes why we imported the time package in this particular program. So now we will use a statement called time.sleep, and we provide a sleep time of 3 seconds. So what exactly this function does here? So when you call the time.sleep and you provide the number of seconds here, then the program kind of stops here and does not execute the step which is below it. So what exactly we want to do here is, once the program opens the discover page, we want the program to stop for 3 seconds and only then look for this particular element that we have provided as a XPath here. This is because when the browser opens this particular URL, then it takes a couple of seconds to load the whole page. Okay, so we want the program to wait until the whole page is loaded. So once you put the time.sleep here, ideally the element should be available for click, and hence the .click function should work now. Let's see if it works, and we should execute this program once again. And the URL opens, and hopefully this time it gets clicked as well. And yes, so you can see that our program has gone inside, that means one level inside this page. Here we can see the top 50 tracks. The next step would be to click this play button so that it starts playing all these songs one by one. To achieve that, I need to again get the XPath for this particular button. In order to get that, I will click the button, the right click, and then click inspect. And within inspect, I will again find the XPath of this particular button. So I'm in the button, then I can copy and then XPath. I've already copied the XPath for this button, and I will just paste it into the program here. Now, before executing this program, as we did earlier, we need to provide another time.sleep here so that we do not face the same issue again. This time we have provided another 3-second waiting period here, and then we are doing a click method on this particular button, which was the play button for the whole playlist. So let's execute this program and see what exactly happens here. So I've executed this program. Let's see what happens. So the URL is opened. It goes inside the playlist and also clicks the play button, and you can hear the song playing now. Okay, so enough of the song. So I think I also need to tell you one more thing. So here everything was visible to us, right? So there is another thing or an option in Selenium that you can set in order to prevent the display of the browser window on your screen. So for example, if you want to automate everything and you do not want to actually see the browser window on your system, then you can set a particular option in your Selenium and you can hide the browser window and the song will still play in the background. So let's see how you can achieve that. To achieve that, you need to import something else here, which is the options. So the option class is imported from selenium.webdriver.chrome.options. So this options we need to set in order to make the browser window invisible. So just like we got a handle to the Chrome, we also need to get a handle to the options. So we are instantiating the options here and saving the instance back to the options variable. So you don't need to understand it really well at the moment. You just need to understand that this options is being used in order to make the browser window invisible. I've also pasted some options here. So you can see that once I instantiate the options here, I can put some values to it, which is using the add_arguments function. So the options is my variable, so I can do a options.add_argument, and within that function I can pass certain values. So these values you don't need to remember, but you can just copy and paste it into your code editor and it should work. So I can just give you high level information about what exactly these options do. So this particular option, which is headless, this means that your browser will not be visible to your computer screen. So this option is the main option that handles the invisible nature of your browser. So once you set this, actually your browser should work without appearing on your screen. And I have also added a print statement just to see that our program is working and it's opening the Soundcloud. And I can also add more print statements just to see that what's happening, because we won't be able to see the browser. So I think it's a good idea to add print statement so that you can see the exact step which is happening in your console. So let's add a couple of print statements here. So here we are actually opening the playlist, and here we are actually playing the songs. So let's update it, playing songs. Okay, and now I will execute this program again, and this time please remember that we are going to hide the browser window, and hence you won't be able to see anything, but you can already see these print statements getting printed on my console, as well as finally you will be able to hear the songs playing. So let's execute this program and see what happens. So I've executed this program, but you can still see the browser window. So I know there is a mistake in my program. So let's go back and check it. So basically, while instantiating Chrome, we also need to set the options. So for that, we need to move this down here somewhere after setting up the options. And we need to also provide a parameter called options and pass the value, this one. So we are passing the options value to the options parameter while instantiating Chrome. So this way, when we instantiate or when we launch the Google Chrome, it already knows that these options are to be used, and in these particular options we are specifying that the Google Chrome should run headless, which means it should not be visible on the screen. So let's try to execute this program again, and hopefully this time you do not see the browser window. Okay, so it seems like it's working and you cannot see the browser window, but you can see some messages printed on the console. So it opens the playlist and playing the songs, and you can already see the song playing. Enjoy the song for a couple of seconds. You can also use your system keys in order to reduce the sound, increase the sound, go to the next song if you want, pause the song. Yeah, so all these system inbuilt features work out of the box. And if you want to completely exit from this browser window, since you cannot see it at the moment, then there is no close button for that browser, but you can already press Ctrl and C together on your keyboard when you are on this console window. So click on the console window and then press Ctrl button, then the C button. So once you press those two together, then the console automatically forces your browser to quit, and the song also stops playing. I think that's all for today's video. I would suggest you to try this on your own on your machine and try to play some other genre of songs, and maybe you can comment below with your code, or you can also tell me if you really like this video or if you want something else to be automated, maybe like playing some songs or some movies or something else. So whatever is there in your mind, just feel free to write it down and I will try to help you out in my next video. So as part of a homework, just do one thing, just automate the same thing that I have done, but maybe play some different songs. Okay, so once you are done, just comment below and I will definitely reply to your comment. If you enjoyed watching this video today, please click the like button and share it with your friends as well. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, or if you are a new visitor to my channel, please do not forget to click the subscribe button as well as the bell icon, so that you get notified once I upload my next video on Python tutorial for beginners. So stay tuned. Thanks for your time. Bye.